Hey guys,
Hello!
it's Jess and Seb with another video.
So we're outside right now. We're currently at the Schloss Schleißheim,
Yes, Castle Schleißheim.
and we always do sit-down videos, so we just wanted to get out and show you a little bit more of Germany. It is freezing though. It's like -5, -6 degrees, but
It
it's
is.
bright and sunny, so hopefully this works out well.
Yeah, so Jess, what are we talking about today?
So since it's Valentine's Day, we're gonna be talking a little bit about relationships, and we wanted to share our long distance relationship story with you guys. And
We just want to share our experience, what helped us get through the long distance relationship.
this is editing Jess here, and I just realized we completely forgot to tell you about our long distance story. I'm from Singapore, Sebastian is from Germany. We first met in Singapore when Sebastian came over for work, and then we did about 1.5 years of long distance once he had to move back to Munich. And now we are currently living in Germany, Munich city together. I'm just gonna let you guys get along with the video. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up as well. Yes.
So, our first point is in general about long distance relationships. You gotta be serious about it.
Yeah, you really have to be sure that this is the person you want to spend your life with and really commit to it, because otherwise it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of frustration and negative feelings, so yeah, think hard. For example, I wasn't sure, or I was very sure I did not want to be in a long distance relationship because it just takes such a mental toll on me. So up front when I met Jessica, I was like, no, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and we only got together like the second time Sebastian came to Singapore,
Yes.
and after like 7 or 8 months of getting to know each other. So the second point is that you really need to trust your partner. Being apart is difficult enough, and you really don't need all that negativity and all that jealousy.
Yes.
So just really trust him or her, and on your part as well, be honest. Don't make use or take advantage of the trust the other person has placed onto you.
Our next point is about laying out the foundation, meaning you have to have a schedule and manage expectations.
Yeah. So I like to text quite a bit, but Sebastian is not really a texter. So you really need to come to a middle ground, come to a compromise, and set a clear schedule of when you are gonna check in with one another.
For us, that meant we had to agree on texting daily, at least twice a day,
Yeah.
because we were 7 hours apart. My morning was her lunch.
Yeah.
Her lunch was my lunch was her evening. And with that, we then could at least exchange some text. But we also had to agree that on the weekends, we have a long phone call
Yeah.
at least 2 to 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that we hear our voices, or even video call to see the faces.
So the next point is that with long distance relationships, you really need to have clear communication and transparency. I think it's difficult already to be so far apart, and if you feel uneasy about any situation or if you're uncomfortable, you really need to speak up, tell your partner, and together then you guys can solve the problem.
Communication is key, be it
Yeah.
in a regular relationship or in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, and I think with long distance, I feel like it's better to over communicate, because you just don't see each other, you cannot sense how the other person is feeling. When it comes to problems, I think with long distance, both sides need to put on more of a problem solving hat. It's easy with long distance to just run away from your problems, like just not text back or not call back.
And you need to understand that it's the same situation for the both of you. So always put yourself into the shoes of the other person. And the next point is also about physical contact. It is very important to make plans and really fix dates where you say, oh, maybe I can or I can come visit, and then you meet in person as well, be it only for a few days if it's possible, or for a week at least to see each other.
Yeah, I think having like the day or like at least the month that you know that you'll be flying over to visit the person is much easier, and you really motivate you and you get something to look forward to. So I think that's just kind of gets you going on your daily life apart.
And while we're on the topic of setting a date, it is important to have a common goal that you both share, so you have an ambition to work towards too. For us, it was moving in together, being in the same country.
Yeah, and then you guys can help each other to fulfill that goal with like tiny baby steps of applying for a job, looking for graduate studies, whatever. Explore different options to get together at the same place.
For us, that was easy to come to the conclusion we want to be together, we want to be in the same country, but actually getting together into the same country took a while. Jess applied for a visa here for Germany, but it was like basically delayed by a year. So we spent we spent about a year apart, more than we thought we would.
Yeah.
And that was tough.
Yeah, and I can share more about the visa story in another video. If you guys want to hear about that, just let me know in the comments. And some of the last few points, I think it's just very important that you be your own individual, even though you guys are living apart. I mean, there's just really no point moping around, missing that person, crying all day, because there's just so much more to life, and you have your friends back home who love to spend time with you. So just go out, enjoy your life, even though you guys are apart, and come together and enjoy even more.
Exactly. Live your life. Your friends and your family are your backbone.
Yeah.
They provide support, and then you can soldier on until you can talk to the other person again or see them again.
It's really fine if, you know, at the beginning of the long distance relationship, you're not really used to it and you're being the worst version of yourself. I was like that. But I got to learn along the way, and really this whole long distance relationship was a journey and a process for us. So just constantly figure out what works for you.
It won't be perfect from the beginning, but you'll make it work. Just keep on working.
Yeah, and once you find a rhythm, then it works.
A final tip is, once you meet, do not be discouraged by disagreements or fights, because in every relationship they're bound to happen. It doubly so hurts because it's precious time that you're spending together.
Yeah.
But again, this also is a process of growing together. So just use them as an opportunity to speak to each other, to say what's on your heart, what's keeping you down lately, and just really communicate.
And to all those people who are in long distance relationships right now,
or thinking about getting into one,
it's gonna be fine. I think long distance relationships help to make our relationship stronger, because we learn how to grow with one another.
We learn how to communicate effectively because we have only so little time together. We needed to make the most of it.
If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let us know down in the comments what you want to see from us next. Do share if you're a friend that is going through a long distance relationship right now, and subscribe because it means a lot to us. We'll see you in our next video.
Bye. So, God, the camera always just...
I can't speak anymore, my mouth is too cold.
So this point is basically Jessica thinking she can control my life and nag at everything I say and do. So have fun editing this part, Dad!